Hello. We are back. He's not back. Of this recording, he still won't be back actually either, like he was supposed to be.
Yeah, they
Unfortunately.
extended me out. They're probably gonna extend me out again. We're pretty certain. So, but at least there's work, man.
So yeah,
Ugh.
that's basically it. Yeah. Cheers.
Oh yeah, I went to the
Yeah.
hotel bar. And I was like, can I leave with this? Ugh.
Interesting. Good. I made a pineapple with Manhattan with the pineapple syrup, and I sprayed mine with absinthe because you can't have it.
Nice. Mine is
So,
double Jack and Pepsi.
yeet.
I almost got the E and J just because it was there.
That's so funny.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's no, we so I got, this is old news by here, but I got Oblivion and I have been playing it.
Nice. I
It's
am a little bummed. Because I was like looking for a new game to play, and I found Tales of Arise, and I was like, wow, this game's pretty dope, pretty damn fun. And then I haven't really gotten to play it. I finally got to sit down to play it, and Oblivion came out.
I'm making your screen bigger, sorry.
No worries. But Oblivion came out, and I'm like, oh, I could have got that, but I already bought a game, and I don't want to spend more money on a game. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's fair, but also Oblivion. I'm
Yeah.
liking it already. I mean, so essentially it really is like, it is literally just Oblivion. They just upgraded the graphics.
Yeah, I heard that they kept all the
And it's
glitches and everything in.
yeah.
So
Yeah, like it's so like I haven't gotten to play too much because I was having trouble first even pulling it. Would I could not find it in the store. It would not show up in my thing. I had to go to Reddit and type, and they were like, so you can buy it online and then download it. Like you can click a button on your in the website that will download it to your PlayStation, and that's how I had to do it for it to show up.
okay,
So after that hassle, it took like 20 minutes to download enough that like you can play the tutorial level. Or my thought was, it said it downloaded, you know, 20 minutes and you could play the game. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then it would, otherwise it was going to take 3 hours. And I was like, whatever. It's supposed to come with a ton of the DLC, not all of it, just a bunch of it. So I figured that was all of that, and then I played it, got to the end of the sewer part where you create your character, and then it was like you have to wait now because the rest of the
yeah,
world isn't done. They downloaded that first little dungeon. I was like, okay,
dude, I've
but
been
that's fair.
I've been kind of hating that because like there's been a couple games like Tales of Arise. I downloaded that and it was like it took a few hours. So I was like, okay, like
Yeah,
I got the one with the DLC and all that shit. So like maybe, dude, I got to like right before like the first boss, so like not that far, basically through the tutorial, and then it was like,
yeah.
you can't go through this gate until your game fully downloads, and I'm like, you son of a fuck, like I wouldn't have
I got
sat
all
there,
excited.
like I wouldn't have been playing because it downloads slower when you're playing, like, so I would have
Yeah,
waited, and like now I gotta sit here and not play.
yeah. No, that was kind of my thought. It was like, honestly, if I'd known that, I would have waited another day and just played the whole thing out. But
Yeah.
also, it was kind of nice to be just like, all right, I got the tutorial part done because it's kind of a hassle. Also, it was, I actually kind of needed it more so because since I'm a mage, uh, it casting the fireball like was just like you have to aim in a little difficult. It's just because I haven't played in so long, and that getting used to it again. But I've gotten used to it now, and it's fun. Really liking it. I got to the first little town, so I can join the Mages Guild. Try and join the Mages Guild. That's honestly going to be my first and only focus. Like, I'm only going to do storyline based on what I have to do. Otherwise, I'm joining the Mages Guild before I even do any of that storyline.
Nice.
Like, I did the one thing where I dropped off the amulet or whatever, the first quest part, and the next part's like, go do this thing. I don't even remember what it is. I only know
You know
what
what's
the
what's
Mage's
funny?
quest line is.
I never played Oblivion.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you have to get it, dude.
But I am, but
you
like
have to get it.
the thing is when I get a game like, and I realized it with like a while back. I downloaded like 4 games and I got really into one of them, Nier Automata. And then I was like, well, I bought these other games at the same time, like I should stop playing this one for a little bit and play that one. And then I never went back to Nier Automata. And like I can't get back into it now. So now I'm like, all right, I need to play through one game, finish it, or if it winds up being boring, you know, after X amount of hours, then I can stop and get something different. So right now,
Well, that's the thing.
it's just Tales of Arise, and however long it'll take to finish that, but it's a JRPG, and I'm probably going to put like a few hundred hours into that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I saw the advertisement for that, and I was like, that does look really interesting, too. But, like, I knew Oblivion was coming out, and I was like, all right, like, I had to get it. And I mean, it's good. It's, there's a lot. There really
Yeah.
is a lot to do in that game. Like, I barely scratched the surface so far, so, I'm excited for that, just to keep playing that. Because I never got to beat the game. I got to level, like, probably, like, 14 or some shit, and then my file corrupted, and I lost it, and I just never had the heart to replay it again. But, like, it's been 20 years, and it's a remaster, so it doesn't feel like it's the same game, so I'm like, okay, like, I can do this again.
I get that. I am very hopeful that by the time that I beat Tales of Arise, they've officially announced and released Final Fantasy IX Remaster. Because I'll play the shit out of that. But I don't know, man. It's
Yeah.
been chill, you know, and I'm still kind of keeping myself on your guys' time zone. So like,
Yeah.
it does extra suck because to me I'm waking up at like 4 instead of 5. So like I'll get home. I'll get back to the hotel, I go to the
Yeah.
gym, I make dinner, and then I like, you know, sit down, play the game for a couple hours or something, and I'm tired by like 7:30, 8 o'clock here, you know.
Yeah.
So I really only get like
You know, it's
an
funny.
hour or two of gaming.
I was laughing because I realized, like, I was texting you. I asked you last night because you said that you were staying.
Yeah,
You're flying
yeah.
home, and I texted you, and I realized I was like, oh yeah, no, he's like an hour ahead. He's probably sleeping right now. That's why he didn't respond. Because usually you
Well,
respond late.
Yeah, but I'm
And I was just like,
I'm an
like,
hour
I was like,
behind
yeah.
you. Hour behind you, and like, but still I've been keeping on your
Oh,
guys'
yeah.
time. So like,
yeah,
I'm still getting tired around 9 o'clock, but it's 8 o'clock here. You know, so it's like
yeah.
it's been good. I've been getting good sleep, but you know,
Yeah, you know what? It's the taking advantage of the little things that you can do while you're like
yeah.
there, you know. It's like,
mean-
you're like, cool, I can actually focus on just trying to getting healthy.
I'm sorry,
Let's
you
see.
you cut
I
out a
almost
little
said
bit.
eating.
No, you cut out, and when you said I can focus on trying, it sounded like I can focus on crying, and then you cut, and I didn't hear the rest, and I was like, "Hey, you're right.
Well-
you know, you could focus on that."
Well, to be fair, I was gonna say focus on eating healthy, and I was like, no, you can just go to the gym
Well, I mean,
and then eat healthier if you can, but also barbecue, because Kansas
healthier-ish. I did barbecue for a while. Now I'm doing that Hawaiian place I mentioned to you.
Oh hell yeah!
Which is basically just chicken and rice, But also, because it was just Easter, all this shit was half off, so I have like 4 bags of candy.
Yeah, Melissa's on her. She has to have a super soft food diet because she had her second time having her esophagus stretched so they can try so she doesn't choke on shit.
Dude, I did not realize it was her that sent me the Snapchat. I thought it was somebody from the other friend group. So
yeah.
When she was like about to go get my esophagus stretched, I was like, "You go, girl." And then I was like, "Melissa, wait, what?" I was like, "I don't need to hear about Brandon doing that."
Yeah, no, that was not. That was a couple days prior. That was.
Had to get one more in there.
I mean, yeah. No, it was no, but it was just funny because like, no. So we did that, and Doctor was saying like he got to do this time what he had hoped to do last time based on what he theorized on just like a little scope, but once he got this time he was like cool. He got So she said she's already noticed a difference. Like based on how she was last time, it took her 3 weeks to recover, and she feels like she's already on what's week 2 of that recovery last time. So
Okay.
that's only been a couple days, so that's really good. She's just got to be really careful about eating soft food. So with eating only soft food and softer things, we tried ground beef, but like it was still a little. Yeah, it was still not enough. Because I did it with gravy too, so it would slide through. Just mashed potatoes and beef gravy.
Hey, that's a good. I don't want to call it a tism meal because of what's going on, but it's good. Yeah, it's a good tism meal.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't take any of that beef fat out and made it gravy.
All right.
And I was like, yes. But, no, it was, so we've been doing that, and we had pho, because, like, you reminded me with the Hawaiian place, we went to this pho place that's been by us twice now in the last, we went for the dinner that night, so she could just basically have really good beef broth and whatever, and then, we went back today, and I had a noodles. I don't know what it was called. It was a banh. I think it was like vermicelli noodles, and I had like pork and shrimp and stuff. It was really good, but they had a Spam piece in there, and I was like, yeah. It was and apparently, and then we when we were looking up the place, just not even for the menu, because it's in Lake Orion. Apparently, it's got like 700 reviews and it's 4.8 stars. Like it's fucking good. So I walked in there, and it's a small place, but it has just like essentially a corner filled with a bunch of random shit that you can also purchase, like ketchup and a bunch of Asian stuff. And I was like, this is gonna be really good, and it fucking was.
Nice.
Like that. So I'm pumped now that we found this place. We're like, all right. Apparently the banh mi is really, really good. So obviously she can't have that. So we're planning on trying to go there in person and eat the banh mi. And then there's a place next to it that's an Indian place that we want to try and go. We've ordered it on DoorDash like a couple years ago, and it was really good. But we should go in there.
Yeah. Dude, there was that really good Middle Eastern place by her old condo. That place slapped, dude. That little market.
We talk about that still. Oh, that Indian place, yeah. That Dude, we talk about that. Like, we were literally like, we should just go back there just to get that, because that's still some of the best Indian food we ever had. And it's just like, fuck, like we only got to, we didn't get to enjoy it as much as we thought, as we knew, because we didn't get that until.
Fuck. Sorry, I just realized I'm not driving. I was about to be like, oh, I got this barbecue sauce that I'm bringing home for you.
Oh,
And I'm not driving, so it's just gonna sit here for a month.
hey, you know what? Whatever, enjoy it. Get another one.
Yeah.
But
Honestly,
they
I might.
no, they I'm just like, I'm hoping we got a bunch of stuff that we're planning on trying to eat now that once she can't eat for probably another week for sure of going soft.
Yeah.
I'll probably do some more mashed potatoes and stuff. She's slowly getting, she can eat the meatballs that they make because they're like super,
Yeah.
really well made, tender as hell kind of deal. So she's been able to get those down. But I'm like, hell yeah, dude! Like, I'm so happy we found this Vietnam pho place, and it's close by. I'm like, dude, when?
Nice.
Because I have a good shawarma place nearby, and I have a good pho place nearby, and that's been there for years. So I'm like, this place ain't going away.
I'll be
hold on, I
honest.
need to roll the dice.
Oh yeah. What we get?
15 and 15.
Hey, nice chat too.
Because the first.
Sorry, your shirt came up a little bit.
Oh yeah. Dude. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I was. Anyways,
Dude, I'll be
I
honest.
was gonna say you were saying something.
Yeah, the barbecue here,
Yeah.
so good. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
Like the
like-
Hawaiian place is good, but it's only good because it's like I said, it was like
Not.
it was 2 for $25. Like that's 2, could be 3 meals, and then it was buy one get one for a burrito. So I'm like,
That's not
it's
bad.
it's affordable, but it wasn't like good. But compared to the shit up there, oh, I'm craving fucking shawarma. There's like 20 shawarma places you can go to. I'm craving pho. There's fucking 20 pho places, like
Yeah.
Korean
I
barbecue,
think that-
ramen.
I was like, for a while before that shawarma place opened up, like, the only close shawarma place that was by was Auntie Anita's Kitchen.
Mm.
And I'm like, now that this place opened up, I'm like, hell yeah, like, I think it's been the last, like, year and a half. Now there's a Chicken Shack opening.
You can get that fucking potato, man.
Oh, dude, I am, like, it has definitely been a couple years since I've had Chicken Shack.
Dude,
And,
I've had it a few times. But, I worked there, so it's like,
It's hard.
yeah, I know how the food was handled and maintained, and it's still really good. But the fact that I know about it, I'm like, maybe we just
Yeah.
get this, 2, maybe 3 times a year tops.
Yeah, we just have never had one close by, other than the one that's like close to my work, but it's still. I have a splinter.
Me too, buddy.
I found a splinter. All right, cool. I'm digging that out on here. But the only one that's close by is that one like south on my work, and it's neither way that I've ever have to go home. I pass it, so there's just never a reason for me to go. And like now that it's there, Like, I will have to go for sure.
Yeah.
Get a Tender Bite dinner.
Get
'Cause,
the
like-
tots.
Oh, yeah. Potatoes in the butter, of course. Like,
I think Chrissy is making a roast tomorrow, but I think Saturday I might get Chicken Shack.
dude, like, it is a thing that, like, again, like, once a year, it is well worth getting, or a couple times a year if you can.
Mhm.
Like, if you can, like, I'm worried how my body's gonna react to it because it's been so long. Like, obviously I still eat some shit diet.
No,
here and
it's
there, but,
it's
like,
it's gonna be bad.
yeah, it's a level.
It's gonna be bad.
Like, it will have to be a day. Like, I don't know when it's opening, but it will have to be a day where I don't work the next day.
Yeah.
Like, that will be the dinner I plan for that weekend day. I'm like, all right, what?
It could be our cleansing day.
Yes.
We'll get
That's
some
it.
fucking Chicken Shack, some mag citrate.
You fucking dude, and you know what? You can do your first playthrough of Oblivion
I could, yeah.
if
I
you don't
could.
get it by then.
Or
Or Mass Effect.
Honestly, Mass Effect was next on my list. But I really wanted like a good JRPG. Like I wanted something that felt like what I expected Final Fantasy 15 to be. And
That's fair.
Tales of Arise, ironically, is pretty close so far. Like, it still has that like old school Final Fantasy feeling.
Yeah.
Also, ironically, the voice actor, the little bit that I did play, I was like, this guy sounds fucking familiar. So I looked him up.
Yeah.
He's the voice actor for the main character in Final Fantasy 15. So I'm like, holy shit! I am playing the game I wanted to play. And
There you go.
yeah, it's been pretty good.
They knew.
Yeah.
They were like, we're gonna make the game we wanted.
Yeah.
That a lot of people probably wanted.
They're like, this game is that's probably why they threw it on my fucking games you might like.
100%. I think, like, I feel like it showed up in my, like, somewhere in that, like, oh, you can buy this, and then I was like, it looks interesting, but I wasn't spending too much money on games.
I will say, I don't know if it's up your alley. It's got very, very big, like, anime vibes. I mean, shit, they literally have an anime opening after the first boss. Like, it fully switches from 3D to, like, a full-on anime intro in 2D. It spoils the entire game, just like every anime intro, but I have no idea what's going on, so I'm just like, oh, this looks fucking sick. What is that thing? You know, like,
hey, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I don't know. Depending how you like it, I might, you know,
I think it'll be good.
if I got time.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
But-
And again, it's probably a game that I'm gonna put at least 60 hours into. But you know,
Yeah, see, I got a lot of hours to put into Oblivion here.
I was gonna say Mass Effect is on the list because I played it, but I never really played it. You know,
Played it.
yeah. And then Oblivion's on the list now that it's remastered because I wanted to play the old one, but I'm like, I don't. I'm not a graphics snob, but like when a game looks not that great and I'm supposed to play it for a long time, I get headaches and
It's
shit
hard.
from it, you know.
Yeah, no, agreed. It was. You don't realize how bad it kind of was until you really play it back. Because I did end up playing I think before I got the PS4 from you, I got the.
Oh yeah.
I had the.
That popped up in my Facebook memories. That was a few years ago today. That was 2020.
Yeah, Well, I had the
Well,
I had
no,
gotten
it was-
Oblivion for that.
No, I got it in 2019 because it was before I moved out of my brother's house. It was when I first started dating Destiny, but the Facebook memory was that Mean Girls is still in it, and I'm pretty sure Mean Girls is still in it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I got but I got Oblivion on that, and I had tried playing it for a little while, and I just never finished it because I got busy. But like, I'm excited to actually try and play all this, and then I'm also gonna be playing a little bit of Madden now because like maybe as like little breaks because like today's the draft day of filming.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first day of the draft, like actually. So I kind of forgotten about that until this morning. Like I was like, oh shit, like it really is today. Like I lap my YouTube TV laps because I was like at least not like paying it for a month or two.
Yeah.
Because I stopped paying for it in January because it let me into February just past the Super Bowl. I was like, perfect. So I had to pay for it for like 2 months, and now I'm gonna go back to it. Just
Dude,
for
that
the
was
draft and then cancel it again.
fucking well, it was YouTube Red back in the day, but that was the same shit for me. Or no, it was Crunchyroll. I got I had like sponsorship with them because of DeviantArt. I drew some questionable things. But they gave me like they gave me a month for free, and then they gave me like 30. I could give the link out to 30 people, and they got a month for free. And then they just never charged me for like 2 years. It was wonderful.
Hey, fuck it. I remember that. And that's awesome. No, I just like. I'm interested. I don't know who the fuck we're gonna pick. I honestly haven't, because we are so late in the draft. It's one of those like. I don't know who they're targeting. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be late as fuck because we picked so late, which is different.
That's because we did
'Cause
good.
It was nice. Yeah, I know. It's a good thing, but also like God, why do they need? They don't need to start it at 8:00. They should start it at like 7. Give us that extra hour start.
It's some prime time shit. Like it's.
I mean, I'm sure it's to correlate with some other timelines for other people and whatever, but
that and it's prime time. Like I never understood it. Like it used to be based off of people got home from work at 5.
Yeah.
And then they would, they'd have dinner with the family, they'd settle in, and then they'd sit down to watch TV around 8.
yeah.
Nobody gets off work
True.
at 5 anymore. Well,
I mean, some do, but
nobody important, Brandon. The real workers, if we're getting off at 5, it's because we've been there all day.
yeah, basically.
I'm sorry, I'm fucking
Yeah,
there,
no.
right?
No, it's like we were either way, because last year I remember like we tried to go down and we couldn't, so we just stayed home and watched the fucking thing, and it still went late as fuck for us. Like we're probably picking around like 11:00 tonight,
It's absurd.
because there's 32 teams.
Yeah.
I think each of them gets 5 minutes.
That's so late, man. Like, if I would probably be awake back then. I was gonna say if I was like a college football player, I was gonna say I would probably be asleep by the time I got picked, if I got picked. But I do recall back in college, I would not sleep for days sometimes.
I mean, honestly, what's funny is like you got to be like, for most of the guys, like they know who's going at least towards the top rounds. It's just like So it's probably like, all right, we celebrate on day 2 because we know we're not going in the first. So like
Yeah.
they have to have like because I definitely heard like people say like, yeah, I know, like we didn't really do anything for day 1. I just kind of watched it by myself because I knew I was not going day 1 or whatever, and they knew they were like they went late day 3 because they're like round 5 or whatever, or day 2 or whatever, shit like that. And they're like, so a lot of different draft stories from players and shit. Because I mean, shit, Tom Brady was a 5th round draft pick.
God damn.
Like he didn't have a phenomenal career in Michigan. Like he did good, but he had like an injury at some point, I think, actually, and then still did really good. But whatever Belichick just saw in him, he figured it out because he's Belichick. But he drafted him in the 5th round, and then technically he didn't start. He only started playing because the starting quarterback got knocked out. Well, not knocked out. He got hit really fucking hard out of the sidelines and landed on his shoulder and cracked his shoulder.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, this was I think it was 99. Something like that, maybe 2000. So early football before they started caring about... They started caring, but they didn't care a lot yet.
Started, yeah.
I mean, they started caring like probably late 80s. I mean, by that I mean like, I don't know. They very, 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 very slow. Up until now. Now they've gotten crazy. They're getting really fast with the helmets.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, he broke his shoulder essentially, or cracked his collarbone, or something like that. And so that's when Brady started, and then yeah, the guy just never got his job back because Brady, I think it was like 12 games into the 16 game season or whatever. So like he had a whole basically season of basically sitting behind and practicing. Because for a little bit of the football thing, most of the time I think the first players, like the first string plays against second string defense, and second string offense plays against the first string defense, so they can practice what they need to get the feel how it's supposed to work. So, like, that means Tom Brady was playing against the first-string defense the entire season in practice, getting ready to play. And worked out for him. So...
God, you know how much that would suck?
Right?
To get injured,
Dude,
and then
Brock
it's just like,
Purdy.
oh, I'm done.
Oh, yeah. No. Dude, he was on the Tom Brady roast. His name is Drew Bledsoe. He has a wine company. Apparently it's really good shit.
Oh, shit.
Like, that's what he got into after he was retired. Like, it was obviously something he enjoyed, obviously, while playing. But, like, when he retired, he's like, that's what I'm getting into. And now that's his whole thing. But, like, yeah, apparently, like, there was definitely a little bit of, like, not too much saltiness, but, like, kind of, like, pissed that he couldn't argue because he saw it.
Yeah.
So he's just like, fuck, I mean, yeah, the guy's younger than me, like, so you can technically pay him less for now. That's how that works.
For
Like,
now.
that's what's funny about Brock Purdy. He's supposed to get paid this year. He has a 4-year contract because only the first round picks, technically, when they first sign with the team, it's a 4-year optional 5-year. Like, if you're a phenomenal player, basically, the team will pay you, or if they have a weird salary thing, they just take the optional 5th year and pay you the next time. If you're outside of the first round, it's only 4 years. Well, Brock Purdy was the very last pick of the draft for the and he took them almost into the Super Bowl, like it's as like essentially the cheapest salary that like they could offer in the draft. And as a quarterback, which is the highest paid position in all of the NFL, it's one of those like the dude deserves his money at this point compared to. I mean, I think what he's making still absurd money. It's $770,000, right? But like when most quarterbacks are making at
Making
least
a few milli, yeah.
Yeah, like if you're a good quarterback, you're at least signing for 30 to 40 million. So like, and he's living in San Francisco too, which is pretty expensive. So it's one of those like he's still living with he was living with his roommate, or still is.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Like,
Yeah.
he still living in like a small spot near the center or some
Like,
shit.
He got married, and I think obviously has since moved out since that happened. But like for the first, when he was going into the Super Bowl or the playoffs for that year, like he had still like was living with his roommate and was like about to get engaged soon after that year, kind of deal. So it was like, what the fuck? Like that's the funny thing, and that's how they were able to afford so many really good players on their team. But yeah.
Hell, I would do it, man.
That's yeah. Oh shit, yeah, hell yeah. He's like, well, I mean, essentially, he still made like a lot of money on deals. Like he got a Toyota endorsement, and then for Christmas he gave his entire O-line Toyota trucks, but like the souped up versions of them.
The Tacoma.
Yeah, all of them got Toyota Tacomas.
That'd be nice.
So, I mean, he didn't pay for it, obviously. This was like a brand deal, but they gave all of the O-line. So this is like, that was his way of like, because most of the quarterbacks, like, that's the thing, is like, because they make the most amount of money, it's kind of like, it's not expected, but it's expected to like, at least get your guys something really good.
Yeah, get him something nice, yeah.
Yeah, Jared Goff got his entire O-line, an entire Yeti cooler full of Wagyu steaks.
Goddamn.
Yeah. So he was like, that's what my guys love. Like, you know, last year he got him a bunch of watches from Jared, like these really, really nice watches. And he did this, like, kind of deal with Jared.
Because of Jared, yeah.
Yeah.
Because of Jared.
And so, yeah, so they all got, and it's because they went to the playoffs that year too. So like, it was like a super commemorative, really, really, really nice watch that he got him. And then, yeah, then he got this past year, because that was the year Brock Purdy did past year was the Toyota Tacomas, and they were asking him kind of like, so like, what are you gonna do? And he was like, well, you know, I mean, shit, that is fucking really cool. He's like, well, yeah, I got my guys. I think he got him like a cooler of Wagyu steaks and then a cooler of like other steaks and stuff like that. So he gave him 2 Yeti coolers filled with meat each.
That would be pretty fucking dope, not gonna lie.
And that's before he got his giant extension.
Yeah.
That was this year, after the season ended. So, yeah, I'm sure, you know, they treat their guys well. They do good. And then I'm sure that's not even it too. Like most of those dudes are like, they're paying all the custodians. They're giving gifts to all the cafeteria people.
Yeah.
All them people get showered with shit by all those guys. Like, they get treated well if you're there. I mean, shit. Josh Allen, he gave a shout out, or not Josh. Josh Allen gave a shout out to the janitor.
Yeah, I saw that.
And
He, like,
that guy got a fucking truck
yeah.
from a local dealership for the shout out. And then like Bryce Underwood, the quarterback from Michigan that just signed, the freshman, he bought his security, or like the security guard at his high school, a new car because he just signed a giant deal with Michigan. So it's kind of one of those things, like at this point it's kind of expected for them to start giving back to people around them and shit, and it's it's getting, because like as the money's going up, it's more acceptable for them to do it.
Yeah, and it's cool for them to do it. Like, honestly, if I, for whatever reason, made a shit ton of money, we've talked about it before, the amount of people that would get so much shit, like, just for the hell of it. Like,
well, shit, Shaq apparently was like is a crazy good tipper.
yeah,
Like, there's a comedian, Sebastian Maniscalco. He used to be a waiter in L.A. before he got really, really, really popular, and then he used to waiter at the Four Seasons, and I guess like when he was playing in LA, he would stop in like a couple times, and he would just get like a fruit plate and whatever, and he'd just leave $100 bill.
oh, damn, I would do it.
Like, that's it. Yeah. And so, you know, he was like, you know, that's it. And that's not even it, too. Like, there's other people that are just, you know, apparently really great tippers. And that's the thing. It's like, yeah, if I win the lottery, and like, I'm doing that.
100%, man.
Like, I would literally be like, cool, like, I'm gonna like pull out a certain amount of money from a certain account that is just made for tips, that I can do some weird I'll take advantage of your taxes, and it's a charity account that I use the money to give my tips. I'm kidding, you can't do that. Yeah, it wouldn't work. Immediately I was like, oh no, that wouldn't work. You can't do it. No, you can't.
There's got to be a loophole. There's got to be a
Random
loophole.
acts of kindness,
Yeah,
tax.
there's got to be.
Yeah,
There's got to be a way.
Either way, it doesn't matter at that point. I'm just more like, I'm just like, yeah, fuck yeah, just give them 100, boom.
Yeah.
Like, make everyone's day, like, immediately. Be hard to do in local, because
People would
then,
know
you
you.
know, yeah, but here and there in random spots, like if we're out of state traveling, like, yeah, just
Oh yeah.
here you go. When we're leaving, just leave it on the table.
Hell, I've been good with my tips out here, man. Like, I went to get
I try to be.
the fucking Jack and Pepsi, which I'm gonna go get another one after this when I order food. I tipped that lady like $10. And she was like, "Oh my god, really?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "It's a
Thanks.
$5 drink," and I was like, "Yeah, 20% plus a zero." You know, like,
Hey,
it's whatever.
have a good day. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've done that before too. Well,
But
like,
you know, there's
it's
a
just-
big difference between $10 and $100.
yeah. Well, hey, you know what? That next drink's gonna be good when you go back down there. So
Yeah, it will be. But and then after this, I'm gonna pack. Dude, I'm literally showing up to the airport with that, just the PS5, nothing else.
that's hilarious. I'm like, yeah, I'm going back for a weekend. I'm going back to my house where all my clothes are. So.
All my clothes are there. You know, I don't have to bring anything else. I might bring my work laptop on the off chance that like I really need to send something out, but
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. I just I did that. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about. I had the spurt of let's get this done in the basement. And it was that week. It was because it was this Easter weekend, because I had Friday off and Monday off. And then I technically had Tuesday off because I was taking Melissa to her appointment. So I had a whole 5 days off, and on that Friday, I was just sitting there and I was like, "Fuck this! Like I want to get this done." So I just started yanking that foam off the wall. I mean, carefully, so none of it ripped, but I got it all down. Yeah, and I was just like, "I'm gonna get that done," and so now I fixed all the whole, because all that that was double sided like patches that it stuck to the wall, so it definitely ripped some like paint off.
Oh yeah.
So I had to patch it all up real quick, painted it, and then, dude, I'll end with this. Like, it's so embarrassing. Like when you lock yourself out of your house, you gotta call your wife and be like, hey, babe, I'm sorry. You gotta tell your boss you gotta leave work because I locked myself out of the house because. It was literally like that day where it had switched from like cold to being actually really, really nice and stuff. But I'm still wearing like shitty jeans because I'm in work jeans. Because I was doing mudding. And then I went to go to Home Depot and get paint and stuff. And I forgot the keys on the counter because I grabbed Penny's greenie instead so I could rush out the door and give her little treat. And also like, so I'm like, all right, well now I have to like waste like 30-ish minutes until Melissa gets home and try to look like I intentionally came outside to do something instead of just like I lock myself out of the house. So I just picked up sticks in my front yard 30 minutes.
That's fucking absurd, man.
I mean, it was one of those, I was like, all right, well, I'm going to have to do this eventually when I go to mow. Because now that it's getting warm out, it's going to grow. And I'm like, all right, well, I have to do this anyways. So, but like, I'm sitting there picking up like little baby twigs. I picked out all the because that pine tree is above the bushes. And I'm picking out all the little pine sticks that fell in it at like a very slow pace. Because I'm like, I could have done this in like 5 minutes flat if I fucking ADD'd out like I do. Yeah. But I was like, I also didn't have my headphones because I didn't plan on getting stuck outside the house.
Dude, when I locked myself out, I broke into our garage because it started raining. And I was just sitting there.
Oh.
I fucking took one of our little chairs, unfolded it, and was sitting in the middle of the garage just staring out. Like, I have to wait for Chrissy to wake up. And then it was a day that Chrissy worked from home, so she didn't wake up early. She woke up, right before she had to go to work, and then didn't see that I texted her, called. Went to the bathroom, got ready for the day, and I'm just sitting there, looking at the window, open the door.
I would have just knocked on the window and like, hey.
No, it was the bathroom window. I'm not knocking on that window.
Hey, you know what? You just be like, hey, I wasn't looking, but I knew you were in there, and I've been out here for a while. Please let me in. No, that was the problem, too, is I felt bad, because Penny's just sitting at the door, and I give her, we're leaving treat, and then she just sees me standing out there fucking, picking up sticks, coming back with little handfuls of sticks, and setting them down, and then being like, I'm sorry. And then, so what's even worse, right? So, she comes home, gives me the keys, I get in, get my keys, give hers, she leaves. I get to Home Depot, talking to a lady, I order the paint, and she's like, all right. And I'm sitting there, and I, touch my pocket, and I'm like, hey, your wallet's not there. And I'm like, oh, motherfucker, all right. So, because we had gone the day before and gotten some other stuff to help get ready for it, and also some tester paint to see if we liked it. We didn't. Good thing. And but I left that in the jacket because it was raining the night before, and it is also cold. So I was like, yeah, I'll end up wearing my jacket the next time I go in tomorrow. But it was really fucking hot, and I was like, I'm not wearing a jacket. Didn't put it on.
Valid.
Yeah.
Valid.
And so I had to get back in my car, drive all the way back home, say hi to Penny again, get my wallet, leave, and go right back, and then finally finish it all up. And was weird though. I got there and she was like, "Yeah, our like mixer machine broke with your can. One of your I had to get 2 cans. Did not actually need 2 cans, unfortunately, but I thought I would. So she was like, "Yeah, the second can is stuck in the machine." And we've been waiting for someone to come fix it real quick, and then she like grabbed it and it came out, and she's like, "Oh, all right," and then she just put it in the other one, finished, and she pulled it out, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's clear as day. It did not mix. It dumped the paint, and then just sat there because it was just white with like the little dots of stuff on the top."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, it didn't do shit." And so she got it mixed. I was like, "Fuck yeah, cool." Got it done. Now we ordered a little corner bookshelf off Amazon and some shelves, and started building that. At least the metal part of it. I got to put together the little wood shelves part of it tomorrow, but I want to get that done so I can like start moving bottles and then move that bar over and be like, all right, cool, now I can start trying to reorganize everything, because
Dude, that's gonna
it won't be
an event moving that bar over. The amount of shit you got in there.
so like I still have that table out from Starch March, so
Wow. Okay.
yeah, we just never put it away. We don't do anything down there, so it doesn't matter to leave it there. So I just left it there. So all I'm gonna do is just like, I had to clear it of all the shit that we obviously had over in that corner, but I'm just gonna take all of those bottles out and just set it on the table, and then be like, all right, like I'm gonna go through and pick the nice bottles and put them on the shelf, and then put some other ones on the little shelves, and then what's left I will then organize behind the bar. But and then whatever's left, if there's anything left, hopefully there shouldn't be at this point, but I don't know, we'll see. Either way, it's gonna be it'll make a little bit more space, and then maybe it'll make some more space so I can put some other shelves.
It's gonna look
Fill
nice,
that with
man.
some more shit.
It's gonna look nice
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, I just thought about this. Since I moved it over there, there's gonna be a big old blank flat wall right there.
Put up your wedding thing.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about doing that over in that corner anyways, but that'll work too. Well, I was actually thinking if depending on how we film over in the other spot, if we want to just be like, hey, we could do a blank wall here, and I'll just get a other shelf, because I'm still gonna probably need other shelves, so we can just kind of have a background that way. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That was just a blank idea I had right now. But I'm gonna let you get to eating. And
I have a really funny way to end the episode for anybody that made it this far. You have to promise me that after I say it, we just cut. Nothing after this. You ready? You ready?
yeah.
I met my biological father last week.